So we planted probably 120 acres of millet well, it was in June, I believe, early June. So we're baling it up. Jaques cut it about a week ago, and it takes a little while to get dry enough to bale. So we're coming in and baling it now. Here's the heads on millet if you've never seen it before. It's decent feed. I guess the cows really like it, but it doesn't have a ton of nutritional value. Here we got some coyote turds. Probably don't want to look at that, but it's dry enough to bale. But then by like 10 o'clock, it's too dry. So we're just baling for a couple hours each morning, just knocking out as a little bit every day. So Jaques finishing up what I just finished raking, and he'll be right over here in a minute to bale. My dad had to run up to the hills. We have some cows up at Rochford at our Rochford permit. So he's gonna go get those in. He said it'd only take him 3 or 4 hours, but I bet it takes him all day. I bet they're a little ornery. But it's been dry. We got some clouds on the horizon that look promising. It's good to see. So yeah, let's get to work. Well, it is starting to sprinkle, so I'm gonna just stop for a little while and let Jaques pick up. He's right over here baling. And so this field goes up that way a little ways. I've got all that raked in these 2 rows, so we're gonna just see what it does. I don't want to have all this hay on the ground if it's gonna rain and get all wet and take a long time to dry out. So we don't want to ruin any hay either, let it get too wet and then have it all molded in the bales or burn up, spontaneously combust. So just gonna wait a little bit and see what it's gonna do, and if it's gonna rain, we'll just go work on some other stuff. Alrighty, there you go, sir.
Thanks for the ride.
You bet. I'm actually gonna go look at this millet. So Jaques gonna finish cutting our millet today. Just a little bit left up on top here. And a little bit in town. Yeah, I'll either pick you up in town or...
Okay, just let you know where I am.
Yeah.
Around 5-ish.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll be back.
Probably in town.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably.
If nothing breaks.
Right, yeah. If nothing breaks, fingers crossed. See you later. But yeah, the millet didn't get too tall up here. It was pretty dry since we planted it. But we'll get a few bales, so it'll be all right. I'm gonna go spray some weeds up in the hills. Well, the alfalfa looks good. It's coming back up. Both fields, the feedlot and the basin. So you can see we got the pivot running. And that one's running too. Hopefully this third cutting will be good. Spray some Canadian thistles. couple little brook trout swimming down here. Let's see if I can scare them up. I don't know where they went. Oh, there he is. See, that's a decent fish. Oh. Where'd you go? My great-grandpa used to trap beavers up here, and he made a couple beaver coats. We don't have them now, but I always thought that was cool. So we call this place Beaver Creek. So you can see these dark green patches are Canadian thistles. And where there used to just be one, now they start spreading all over across the valley and in the meadows, and pretty soon you'll have no grass left. So if we can come in and get them when they're this size before they haven't exploded in our big patches, that's kind of our goal. Little spray won't hurt the trees, but I try not to get much on them. I can just picture a big bull elk standing right here, bugling this fall. Hunting season's coming. Since we are just filling up out of the creek, we've got these little screens in here that catch algae, everything. So it's kind of important we clean them out every now and then. If I can get in here, keep them clean. Yeah, I mean, we got a piece of grass and just a bunch of little stuff, so clean that out and stick it back on. We've had a lot of people ask about the sprayer. Just impressed with how well it works, and it does work really well. It's a custom made unit though. We get it from Warren Chemical. They're in Rapid City, South Dakota, so if you're interested in something like this, I would just either give them a call, look them up online. They do work really well. So I'm gonna just take a little minute to just show the difference that spraying weeds can make. So this is private ground. Yes, we do have weeds. You can't exterminate them all. Like, we got thistles right here. But this side is Forest Service. And there's a pretty good example. You know, the Forest Service, they have a lot of land and pretty limited resources. They do some spraying, but they can't spray everywhere. That's millions and millions of acres every year. So they just can't. But it's important we stay on top of it for this reason. And this will show just how bad St. John's wort can get. So the St. John's wort it's getting a little burnt, so it might be kind of hard to see. But all this yellow, it's completely taken over this whole hillside. So there's hardly any grass left. Nothing's gonna be grazing in here. So this is probably a quarter of an acre, half an acre, and it's a pretty decent patch. So this is a good example of just how bad it can get. This is all St. John's wort all throughout here. So it's pretty bad. And the next little hill is the exact same way. But that's why it's important that we try and stay on top of it. As if that whole meadow, this is just really close to the fence. So if this got into our meadow and just took over, we wouldn't have any grass left over in there. And not only do the cows not like it, the elk aren't going to be over here grazing, the deer aren't going to be over there grazing, nothing's going to be over there grazing. They're going to go where they can find grass, where they can get it easy, like over here, or the other spots on the Forest Service. The reason we got to spray these weeds is because they're mostly all introduced species, so they're not native to our area. Many of these aren't even native to North America. So like St. John's wort, Canadian thistle, I don't think they're native, so they don't have a natural predator. So if you just let them go, they're just going to take over and just drown out all the native grasses and everything. So if you don't spray, that's why you have to spray, to stay on top of that. So there's a lot of, you know, push in our day to make everything back to the way it was in the old days, to keep it natural, let the environment do what it would do naturally without human interference. Well, it's not possible anymore because we have introduced species that don't have natural predators. So it's just gonna choke all the native grasses out. It's gonna choke out the wildlife. They're gonna find somewhere else to be. So it's important to stay on top of it. I figured I'd check on the horses since I was up here anyway. We brought Dirk and Rosie and Trump back up here after we got the cows moved. And I don't know where the rest of the horses are, but they should be around here somewhere. But after we brought them up here, well, when we had him down, we looked closer at Trump in his eye, and we saw that his tumor is actually growing back. So we got it removed, you know, in April or March this year. So it's kind of a bummer. It's kind of sad. He's got the tumor coming back. We're gonna have to get it removed again. And yeah, hopefully he doesn't go blind. The vet did say he could go blind within some time. And I hope that's not the case because he's been a really good horse. I know him going blind would probably be quite a few years down the road if we didn't take care of his eye, and hopefully we can prolong that so he doesn't go blind sooner than that. But we've got his mask on. Hopefully he doesn't lose this one up here in the trees as well as the last one. But oh well, good to see you, bud. Yeah, maybe one day we'll get you to ring the bell, huh? But I doubt it. Anyway, it's getting kind of late, so I'm gonna head down and go pick up Jack. You wanna go for a ride, Dirk? We can ride double on there. No? Okay, I understand. You can drive. Okay. And here's Jack. There's not a lot of hay here, but we didn't fertilize it, and we probably could have irrigated it a little more. Oh well. Something's rattling, is that what you're saying?
Oh, I hit like a couple big rocks.
Oh.
And since then, like I stopped there.
Yeah.
I kind of stopped the auger, but there's nothing stuck. Like, and then since then, it just seemed like it's been shaking.
Yeah. I know if sometimes a big rock will knock it off. Well, they all look fine.
Yeah.
And then they'll hit, but yeah, this one's bent, I guess.
Just the blade?
Yeah. So maybe it's hitting somewhere. I don't know, I can't tell.
Kind of look like they had a time.
Yeah, they look fine. It just takes a little. Usually you can see not a lot of hay here, huh?
Kind of just barely over a foot.
Right. Yeah, it's annoying that it gets packed in these corners, huh?
You'd think they'd come up with something different so don't do that, because you feel how hot that is.
Yeah, it gets warm back in there. This one isn't too bad, I guess. No, it's kind of a design flaw. They definitely should have done something different.
John Deere, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. John Deere engineers.
Yep. See, we switched water bottles.
I saw
I
that.
grabbed yours.
We have matching water bottles and we accidentally switched them today. I drank some of yours, if that's right.
I drank all of yours. Just water, nothing special.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. What's knocking? I could hear it a little bit.
Yeah. It's like low idle especially, then it's like real shaky.
Really?
That could be, it could probably be
Yeah.
it's back and
dirt on.
The smell that's wet, you know, that's backing on.
Yeah, it packs on there quick.
Ouch.
Yeah, I don't know. Strange.
Nothing like obvious, I guess.
No, nothing obvious.
Maybe,
Which is else
maybe
often
just,
worse. I'll
you wanna
watch.
look at it while
Sure.
I said nothing flies in your eye.
I know. I'll go over here. Cover my face. There, it sounded fine. Yeah, it sounded fine there, I guess.
I don't know.
A mystery noise.
Oh,
Yep.
it's still cutting fine.
Right? Looks like it. Well, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thanks for coming along. Do really appreciate it. See you in the next one.